Well, good morning. It is fairly early in the morning. It's about 2 o'clock. It's about 20 minutes to 2 o'clock. Um, and here I am trying out a new game that I've downloaded. It's been available on platforms for a while. But beyond that, I really don't know much about it. It's called Where Winds Meet, and so far it looks quite good. It looks like what Chimera Land kind of looked like. It reminds me of the same type of effect. I am recording this off my mobile device. I have not watched any videos about it. I know as much as what the Play Store kind of allows. So yeah. First off, I've created a female character, so let's go into features there, and it'll load up quickly. And we can check it out. So I'm going to give you a basic overview of what the character customization looks like. Forgive my thumb, it might be in the way a little bit every now and then. But yeah. And there we go, that is my character that I've been creating on for a while. Yeah. Now where do I want to go? I can't remember. It is so vast. It is incredibly vast. For instance, as you can see, just with the face alone, let's have a look at me. Let's tie up the hair as well. Just with the face alone, you have the forehead, the sides of the forehead, the glabella, the cheekbones, side of the fulcrum, apple cheeks, jowls, overall jawline, jaw angle, etc., etc., etc. You can see there on the right hand side there is a lot that you can change. So if you're wondering about the little scar, if you've never seen the game before, the little scar on her cheek is because that happens when she's a baby. Now I have played the intro up to the part where I can. So just look at the outfit. Look at the shine on the outfit. It's beautiful. Anyway, so I've done the basic intro of the game so far. The gameplay looks good. It looks like a huge, vast world, and I think it's going to be a very interesting place. So I can't wait to actually get into it. But it is only going to be available at 2 o'clock, so that is another few minutes away. But not to worry too much. I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. I will be staying awake. I am surviving on coffee. I don't need mental help. Anyway. So yeah. Also, my setup is kind of very basic because I have another flashlight over there staring at me the whole time, so my eyes are really suffering at this point already. But you know, it is the best way to see me. Hi there. So yeah. Then we even go to the eyes. Now with the eyes here specifically, you can only change the shape and structure of the eyes, different areas and such. If you want to change the actual eye color and those types of things, then you need to come to makeup and then go to pupils, where interestingly enough, they actually do have a heterochromia option, which is quite cool. It is one of my favorite mutations in human beings. It is where your eyes have different colors. So if we just tap on the little heterochromia tab there, then we can go either the left eye. So we can make the left eye. Let's use the same basic, and there you can go already. You see already. So it looks a little bit different. And then obviously we can adjust the color to whatever color we want. It's not really the brightest or the most vivid, but I found that if you come down to the darker colors, it really does kind of help. You can even give her a little bit of a evil look with the dragon eye there. Touched by a demon. demon on the one side, angel on the other. Oh, I love it. Drama. Anyway. So yeah, let's go to something like that. And let's make this one amber. Try and go there. Amber's a little bit more orange. You don't want to play with me, do you? Let's try a different eye, maybe. Sometimes that does help. This one is just completely grey. Lovely. Now let's take the heterochromia off. You get the basic idea of that one. Let's go bright eyes. I did make her eyes blue originally, which is a stunning color to me on any person. So let's go blue. There we go. That is quite pretty. Kind of pale though, so let's go with that eye. There we go. Yes, that is beautiful. And then also you can adjust the pupil size, the iris size. I like to make mine a little bit smaller because it looks more realistic. You can move the iris up or down. You can move them left to right. I never adjust the left to right, but I do take it a little bit upwards. I just feel that does look a little bit more human as well. So yeah, and then you even have your eye shines that you can put on, little heart if you want. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. That's not really my style. So yeah. Once again, sorry for the whole interaction. And then yes, you have eye makeup, specifically the eye shape, the eyeshadow, the eyeliner, the eyelashes, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot. You even have facial hair for female type body characters, type character, but what you know what I mean. So I mean it's quite extensive. It's quite extremely extensive. The facial accessories. I mean you can. I don't want to go from number one there, so let's go with the second one. You can even add things like hectic scars on the face, little markings on the forehead, all types of things. So let's move that a little bit over. So yeah, little dots, and not just that, you can actually adjust the position of said items. You can. Okay, this one's a terrible one. What I kind of did like doing is this one, moving that up all the way to the forehead. Color we can make black, because that is just for dramatic effect. There we go. And then you can do the intensity is all the way up, so that's fine. And you can even rotate it and such as well. So we can keep that. I think I kind of like that. And yeah. Then we can go for the hairstyles. Hairstyles are outfit dependent, but there are quite a few. I don't know why they appear to be locked, but there are quite a few. Let's get you not focus on me for a moment. The movement of the hair is quite impressive. The movement of the shading on the outfits is quite impressive as well. Let's change the background there for a moment. Kind of like this one. Because then you have the shine on the back as well, so there's a little bit more of a dramatic effect. I mean, it is insane. It is insane the shine that this thing has. So yeah, I'm quite impressed. I'm really, really, really quite impressed so far. I can't wait to see more of it. But it's so far away. But I'll be staying awake and I will be having a first look at the game as soon as it comes out, as soon as it is released for play. So yeah. Hi there. That is a little bit creepy though, I have to say. but it's okay. Then we go to outfits. Outfits, there are a lot of outfits. So there's the basic one that you have there right up the top. And then the outfits continue. And trust me, it's extensive. As you can see, the hairstyles change with the outfits, which is very cool. It's kind of a huntress. Got a little whip there at the back. Quite nice. Pendants and stuff. This one looks very royal, kind of like the Earth Kingdom in Avatar. Like Toph's older sister, who turned out to be a concubine, might have worn this. But it is quite beautiful. It is quite stunning. The detail in the outfits is just amazing. And you have this one, once again, kind of just a fairly cool black and white, quite average grey man type of outfit. Don't blend in too much. I love the hair in this one because it is one of my favorite hairstyles. Yeah, very, very cute little outfit. Lots of fur. I don't really see it to be kind of practical, but whatever floats your boat. And there's this one, which, goddamn girl, that hair. Damn, it's a lot of hair. And those shoes almost look like sneakers. So I'm just gonna put that out there. Next one is this one. I love this because if you look very closely, you will actually see that you can kind of here and there start realizing that the material is actually dragging on the floor. So yeah, it twists around her body, and it's very cool. The faster you twist her, you can kind of undo it. Then there's this one, which is also stunning. I love the feathers hanging off of the outfit. It's very traditional for the time in which this plays off. And I mean that hair. Damn, you have been growing that your entire life. So that is also quite impressive. And you go back to white and blue. This is a beautiful outfit. Good. You can actually see the detail that they went through in the creation of these outfits. I mean, you can see straight through that material at the back, and yet it's still shiny. Yeah, I'm gobsmacked at some of the materials and textiles and stuff. The shine on some of these is absolutely incredible. The patterns, and I mean, this is not even set to full graphics because I'm recording it. Wow, that really matches with the blue eyes. That is stunning, actually. Wow. There's quite a few more. This one's very soldier-like, very gothic. Kind of like she can use those daggers at the bottom right there, like stab ya. Beautiful outfit. I love the export leg. It is very, very nice. It's quite sexy. This one's kind of playful. Not really my cup of tea. Very modern, kind of a punk pop vibe. And there's this one, which is very traditional, lady of the house kind of. If you're going to a funeral, I'd suppose that you wear something like this. Maybe not with all the gold, though. That is beautiful, though. And then there's that magic effect on the watch, or the little wrist thingy. That, wow, love it. It's so beautiful. Then you have this one, pink and blue, and it's so pretty. Next one's this one. Kind of touching on greens there. I love the green on the chest area. That shine is absolutely fantastic. It really looks like real material and it draws the eyes. And then I think this is the last one, which is also quite lady of the house like, with the gold plated, I assume, ornaments there at the front. Quite stunning. So yeah, And those are all of the outfits that are showcased or that are currently in the game. I will be going back to this one just because of the hair, because that looks beautiful. But however, the main outfit that I see that you will most likely be wearing in the game is this one. So yeah, there we go. That's basically all of the stuffs there. If we go through all the backgrounds actually, then we have the basic white background. And that is just a little bit more from the front. There's rain. There's a desert scene. There's a galactic scene. Kind of reminds me of PlayStation. Very pink one. This one's kind of cool because it has little leaves falling around. And there's this one, which is kind of a little bit more traditional. Like I'd say that this looks more like a family portrait type of ordeal. And there's this, which is kind of reminds me of the Spirit Realm, which is also quite cool. Clouds and sky. There's this one where I'm not entirely sure what the effect is, but it's still pretty. And there's the snowy one. Much snow on the screen. Snowy Winter Wonderland. If you zoom into the face, you can really see the particles as they float by. And then there's just clouds. Standing on a piece of rock there. And there's one with the lanterns. I do kind of like the lanterns though. And it would appear that the wind actually changes with all of the backgrounds, which is interesting. Moonlit night in front of a dead tree. There's the bamboo. And then there is what appears to be a war-torn victory podium, I guess. So I'm going to go back to this one. Just because I like it, let's check out the poses. There's quite a few of them as well. There's your basic. Folded arms. Sword over the shoulder. Luckily it's in its scabbard. Or sheath. And there's the fan. The fan's kind of cute. Playing one of those instruments that they have. I'm not entirely sure what the name is. Comment down below if you know what that is. The actual name. And there she's holding a little pot of incense, I assume, or oils. You ain't messing with that. No, she will mess you up. And there's this one, which is if you start it off that way and like zoom into the face, and then hi there, how are you? Badass. Whoa, what just happened? What have I done? I apologize profusely. I have no idea what is going on right now. I'm trying to zoom into the right place. There we go. Right. Next one is Ikitakimasu, I humbly receive. And there's a little bit more of a adventurous, kind of a dance move. Standing like a badass bitch. Sword out, in other words, you are about to draw blood. Not really fond of that one. Very formal look there. Kind of a whoa. And yeah, as you can see, there are quite a lot of these. Just basic poses, basic standing, etc., etc. I believe this is the last one. I think this is also the most formal pose. Me personally, I am more partial to something like this, where for action, but no action yet. So it's kind of cool. And that is it for the time being. Let's confirm. I will be checking back in as soon as the game is available. But this has already been 20 minutes of me rambling on about a game that I haven't even played yet. So, soon enough.